Signing an offer to buy a home might be the most legally binding contract you ever sign. So let me ask you something. Why are so many people signing it in 10 or 15 minutes without actually understanding what they're agreeing to? I've seen buyers get caught because they didn't realize a condition was waived. No home inspection, no financing, and 6 weeks later, a $15,000 roof repair. That wasn't a surprise. That was their responsibility. And here's the part no one explains. Once your offer is signed and accepted, there's no do-overs. In Ontario, when you sign an agreement of purchase and sale, you're not starting a process. You're entering a legally binding contract. This isn't just paperwork. This is the law. An offer usually includes a purchase price, the deposit amount, and when it's due. The irrevocable, date and time, conditions like financing or a home inspection, and very specific timelines that must be met. When people say, "Don't worry, you can back out later," that's only true if the contract allows it. Once conditions are waived or fulfilled, you're committed, period. This is where buyers get hurt. The two biggest protections for most first-time homebuyers are the financing condition and the home inspection. When you waive financing, you're saying, "I guarantee I can get a mortgage, no matter what." And if the lender says no, you don't just lose the house, you could lose your deposit. And in some cases, you could be sued. I get it. Multiple offers, pressure, emotions running high, but pressure is exactly where mistakes happen. People waive conditions because they're afraid of losing the house and end up buying a problem instead. There are terms in the agreement of purchase and sale you can't renegotiate after acceptance, like the closing date, exclusions, adjustments, and if not written correctly before you sign, the law doesn't care what you meant. And then there are timelines people miss. Deposits aren't given when they're due, which is 24 hours later, or in some cases, with the offer. Miss the deadline and you could be in default. Closing costs, land transfer tax, adjustments on closing, none of these are hidden. They're in the contract. People just don't slow down enough to understand them. And here's the truth. The law doesn't care if you didn't know what you signed. Once you signed it and accept it, it's binding. So how do you protect yourself? First, slow down. A good deal will survive a proper review. A bad one needs you to rush. Second, make sure your realtor and your real estate lawyer walk you through everything before you sign it. Third, use conditions properly. Financing and inspection conditions exist to protect you, the home buyer, not to make you weak. Fourth, know your timelines. Deposit deadlines, condition dates, closing dates. Miss one and you have real consequences. And finally, be willing to walk away. Don't let pressure talk you into regret. The right home doesn't require panic. The right deal doesn't need confusion. When you understand what you're signing, you're in control. And control is the difference between buying with confidence and learning the hard way. I'm Clyde Bryant, and thank you for listening.